Hey, it's the Minimal Keys.
Hello.
We're back. Kinda, sorta. Well, we're back in PA already because of some lovely exhaust leak problem.
More into that in a moment.
Yeah.
I have some flyaways. Let me fix them for you. There you go.
Good. I'm so glad you took care of that. Anyway, we're just going to jump right into the questions since we don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be. So, first one is from Lynchburg Live. I have a question. How is the camper doing? Any problems?
Yes, we might have an exhaust leak.
We do have
It's
an
not
exhaust.
a question. It is true.
Okay.
We have an exhaust leak, and generator's giving us a little bit of an issue, but hopefully that's not as big a problem as the exhaust leak. And also this little brown thing right here.
Our hideous refrigerator.
He, for some reason, isn't liking to turn on right now.
No. He did this to us like twice already, and they were different problems each time. But then we've been plugged into a power source consistently, and then 2 days ago, he just decided he was going to turn off again and destroy all our food again for the third time.
Don't understand. Quick check.
No, still not working. Okay.
Nope.
Sorry. All right. So the next question is from Pockmark. What kind of confidence has this trip taught you so far? So that is an awesome question. Before we left, I would say we were definitely very skeptical about everything and not even sure what to expect once we were out on the road. We were wondering if we'd feel funny about staying different places and parking lots and generally how safe, quote unquote, we'd feel, I guess. But I think this has given us a lot of confidence in the sense of knowing that, like, hey, we can set a goal and we can accomplish it and we can leave and we can go out and we can make our way and we're going to be fine. Like, we had a plan for how much money we would save up before we'd go out and how we'd have income along, coming in on the road and kind of generally where we'd go and where we'd stay. So we were able to, like, budget ahead of time. And so it built confidence in knowing that we have enough common sense to be able to put the pieces together, make this plan, and then go out and live it. And of course, it never goes according to plan exactly. But we figured out ways to get around things and just to basically grow our confidence in knowing that we can kind of take on different challenges and basically accomplish goals that way. And just a general trust in the RV community, I guess, people as a whole, but the RV community especially has been really great.
Mm-hmm.
We had a time where when the exhaust leak first started, he jumped on a Facebook group and was asking for some help, and some guy basically was like, oh, if you're near me, I'd come help you. And we were like, well, we are like 100 miles away from, was it Memphis at the time?
Yes.
Yeah, so he offered to help us, but we were kind of already in like the mode of like, we just need to get back. And but it's pretty awesome that people are just willing to jump in and help and just support each other in that community and kind of look out for each other too.
Definitely.
So what about you? Anything you'd add to that?
Just more of the fact of, like, staying in places that were maybe a little more uncomfortable than something we were used to, and we got used to it, and it wasn't as worrisome after we'd done it, like,
I think
10 times.
Anybody who travels realizes that. Like, you grow up in this bubble at home, and you just think, like, home is safe because that's all I've ever known. And then people who travel start to realize, like, hey, it's okay. Like, the world isn't that crazy different. I mean, obviously there's places that could be worse than others, but for the most part, you build a confidence, like, these are people too, and they're all here, and I don't know, like, it's just, you kind of build that sense of community around you and kind of know that other people are looking out for you for the most part, and generally start to feel a lot more comfortable. So.
Mm-hmm. Next question.
All right, we have to be excited.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Zeldeb asks, favorite spot or one you'd go back to?
I would say that it's 2 spots. St. George and St. Andrew. Both of those.
Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, St. Andrews, we were backed in and on a bay. It was a little windy, but
yeah. First night
very
we had the
lovely.
awning.
Yeah, awning was shaking around a little bit, but we had to go out, unfortunately, a little later and roll it back up because it was kind of keeping us awake.
That was the first time we had ever opened the awning and put it back, and it was nuts. Like, we're out there, the wind's whipping us around, like, I'm Googling and YouTubing, like, okay, what do we do here? Like, what is this one piece that we can't figure out?
Yeah,
or, like,
there was one thing we didn't remember.
yeah, like, trying to shove it back in. I was like, don't break it! Just wait! I'm gonna stand here, and I'm gonna wait for this video to load, and we're gonna learn how to do this. So, yeah, we just look like a bunch of morons. But the awning did not break, so that's important.
Very.
So, Zeldeb asks another. Have you met any new Have you met any new friends who are RVers? And yes, we have. We've actually connected with a lot of people online.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have been in contact a lot with the Travelazzo, so shout out to you guys. They actually ended up getting an Illumilight a year newer than what we have, and they're renovating the whole thing. So we've been able to share war stories and kind of keep each other motivated to finish some of the projects and, yeah, just to kind of get out on the road and approach the traveling and all of that fun stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, approach the traveling, but eventually it'll start to make sense. So yeah, we have met new friends. We met some camp hosts that we hung out with. They just invited us over to sit by the fire and chat with them. So it's been good. People kind of tend to go one of two ways. Either completely keep to themselves and they barely look out their windows at you, and other people are just
very friendly.
Yeah, just want to hang out. So it's pretty cool. Clever Name asks, is the composting toilet an all-time thing or just when you don't have access to a restroom?
The composting toilet is all the time. We try to stay mostly using our own facilities, we'll call it, just because it's easier than having to worry about dirty, crusty bathrooms.
Yeah.
So,
Not that all campground bathrooms are bad, but I don't know.
No.
I just prefer this.
So the only really issue with the toilet is that we just have to empty the urine nightly.
Yeah.
So that becomes a little bit of a problem, but we usually figure something out.
Yep, 2 people pee a lot.
One
It's a
person
lot.
pees a lot.
No, it's not. It's not me. It's not. It's not me. Anyway, I think that pretty much wraps up the questions. So that was just a quick video. We literally have recorded this video about 12 times.
3 times today.
3 times today. Go us. So anyway, if it's kind of lame, sorry, I just wanted to get this caught up, answer your questions, let everyone know we're still alive. Thank you to the 5 or so people who texted us and messaged us and made sure that we were still alive. Appreciate you guys. That was awesome. And yeah, we're going to get back to posting again. Life is just looking a little bit different. It's been a little frustrating. We were kind of in like prep mode for so long. Like, okay, we're going to go. And we finally go. And we're in like 6 weeks. And then it's like, okay, now we actually have to go back. And like eventually we knew we were coming back to shoot some weddings because we don't know we're wedding photographers as well. So we were kind of prepared for that, just not prepared to come back quite as soon. So it's been adjusting to that and kind of adjusting to what the new normal looks like for now. And then we're going to be here till the end of the summer, and I actually have just had an opportunity to go to Ireland at the end of the summer, so that's pretty cool.
Ooh,
so
that wouldn't have been in the last video.
That would have not been in the last video, because I just remembered it. So anyway, Chris is not coming with me, sadly. It's a girls-only trip. But yeah, so I'm definitely getting travel in different ways, and just trying to find the joy in being stuck back in PA. I love PA.
Listen to the way she said it, though.
Joy. Anyway, yeah, it's just, everyone knows how it is when you are striving for a goal, and you get there, and like, just kidding, back to go. No, back to start, do not pass go.
And we didn't collect $200.
We did not collect $200. In fact, we just gave $200. Anyway, enough about that. Alright, have a wonderful evening. We will hopefully talk to you soon, and maybe these videos just aren't a good idea because of how long it takes to do them, and we get really rambly and make no sense. So, anyway.
Well, good night. Goodbye. Later.
Bye. Good night.
Hasta la vista.
Okay, bye.